Good morning, crew members. It's Krebs with another Company of Heroes cast for you guys. Today we're going to be doing a 2 vs 2 on Lorraine, and it's going to be featuring a bunch of good players, and it's going to be quite exciting, and you won't really know who's going to win until the final moments of the game. So if you're liking these sort of games where you're suspended in, well, suspense, if you like roller coaster rides of emotion and such, then this is the game for you. And talking about roller coasters, this actually brought up a really funny thought in my head. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was on my vacation, and me, Sergey, and David went to Alton Towers, a theme park. And basically, it's kind of funny because David, who is so massive, he's like the green giant, he couldn't actually go on some of the rides because he was so damn big. He even went on one of them and he couldn't fit into the seat, so he got a free pass to go onto another one. Kind of a funny thought. And I just had to bring it up because we're talking about roller coasters. But anyway, guys, so quick 2 messages before we get started here. One is, well, I actually wasn't sure what I should do today. Should I have done a replay? Should I have done a live game for you guys? Now, I'm going to let you guys decide what I should do next. So all you have to do is just go to the comment box below. Very, very easy. You can still watch this video and leave a comment. And just say, do you want me to play a live game for you guys? Or do you want me to do another replay? And whatever I see more of, I'll do that the next time. Okay? So just leave a comment in the comment box below. And the last message is for about freebie Fridays. I'm going to be running a freebie Friday this Friday. Oddly enough, and it's going to be including some Company of Heroes games to give away. So there's going to be 2 copies of Company of Heroes that I'm going to give away along with Trine, so look forward to that. It's going to be this Friday, so make sure that you enter for it, okay? Now anyway, guys, we're going to be looking at 2 good players on each side, and I'm going to introduce them in just a second here. We're at the 5-second mark, and we're going to be starting in 3 seconds. So in 3, 2, 1, and let's begin. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and on we go to another very exciting matchup in the Company of Heroes battlefield. No webcam this time, as I was stressing in the last episode, webcams are only going to be on live games. So here we go. We're going to be looking at 2 Wehrmacht players, one going by the name of Guderian, and his teammate also is RUKAclAikaz. Never heard of that person, funnily enough. Now let's take a look at the Americans that they're going to be taking on, WmDchains and also WmDSandland together. So this is actually a tournament game that went on a little bit of a while ago, and I'm actually just stealing a wee replay from there because, I don't know, just looking for something decently short. It's about 26 minutes, but it's still tense right on throughout. You don't know who's going to win. So, immediately from the get-go, what we got is WmDchains heading down along the southern side of the map. You can also see Sandland heading up north, with both Wehrmacht players actually heading towards the center, interestingly enough, with their pioneers, their side pioneers, capping on, well, the side. Over here. So interesting sort of stuff going on at the moment in terms of cap orders. I suppose that's the most efficient way of actually heading out towards Lorraine when you're on the left-hand side of the map. Now what he's actually going to be getting in first, one of them anyway, Guderian, is getting an MG. We've also got a Volksgrenadier supporting that MG. And for the Americans, they've got a rifleman squad right over here. And what the heck is the Sandland doing? It looks like he's actually building more engineers, so fair enough. Interesting sort of stuff. Got to see what happens exactly from that. Now, one rifleman squad versus all of this is obviously not going to have much success. Now, MG42 ready relocating itself knows that the rifleman squad is approaching. They got that sight. For some reason, men are able to look over buildings. I don't know, they just have some godly sight in Company of Heroes, and so that is what they're managing to do. No true sight, unfortunately, not until Company of Heroes 2. We've got to wait a little bit longer until that comes out. But yeah, for now we'll have to do with the classical traditional styles of sightseeing, okay? Right, so riflemen already pulling back because the center is in good hands right now. They got that MG, and that is the most pesky thing about everything. That MG is just stopping any men from heading down towards that middle side. And so what we've got is already some pioneers taking on the Yankees down here. Who is going to win this match of grit? Well, surprisingly enough, it looked like the Wehrmacht were actually going to stay in there for quite a while, but we've got just one wee man right there. His head right against the car. He's like, oh no! 'Tis the end! Oh well. suppose that is the life of Company of Heroes, isn't it? Okay, but these engineers unfortunately have been chased away because motorcycle getting very fast onto the battlefield, and just chasing them away, didn't have the health to take it on. But now being encountered by these engineers, and well, we know what's going to happen here. These guys can be all chased away. So looks like pretty good stuff by the Wehrmacht so far, having these motorbike MG setups. I suppose maybe the motorbikes to give some support with the sight, and also preventing any sort of flanks in that. And then the MG is providing the main MG fire support. So overall, you could say that the Americans are doing pretty well in terms of their territory, but it seems like they're being chased away quite often here. I'm sort of wondering what the heck is happening with the Wehrmacht. Where is their presence on the field? How come they're not capturing more stuff? Well, maybe it's just because they're solidifying everything. We just had a mine going off there by retreating riflemen. One of the most frustrating things that can happen to your munitions, when a retreating squad just tramples over it with one man, and the man is still okay. He can easily get himself back up. Oh god, MG42, what the heck kind of positioning was that? Should have at least been inside the house. But these guys easily snuck past into that front door right there. And now we've got some pioneers just heading up with some flamethrowers. Maybe they're going to be able to take them on. Yeah, look at that. The flames are coming all in, spewing into the corridors and into the rooms. Yet the riflemen are staying inside. I suppose it's too toasty. Feels a lot more like home rather than Normandy or anything like that. So fair enough. Going to be retreating now because they know they don't have the capabilities to take that on. But lots and lots of engineers, and specifically with flames as well. So not exactly sure what this MG42 is doing. Facing the wrong direction, but at least that other one was right there to prevent that flank from going in. You could tell Chains was thinking to himself, oh my gosh, he is right in the open. I'm gonna head straight for it, but not realizing that that MG right there was still stationed behind that car. And look at the presence of all the Americans on the field in the center. Motorcycle being taken out, not a perfect place to have a stroll on this battlefield, and learning the hard way there by disintegrating into multiple fragments. And what else is going on? Well, not really that much. Let's take a look at maybe some build orders. You can see that it's quite a standoff. You got these snipers over here and the riflemen. What do the Americans have to support this? Well, they just came out with their own mortar right there. You can see it set down, and maybe the salvos are about to hit the ground any moment now. No, taking its time. I think we just heard some shots going off there. Yep, there we go. One big salvo, one big crater. Another one, not hitting anything. Quite close to some snipers, but the snipers obviously realizing that it's in that being saturated in that area. They got to get out of there. And the Wehrmacht actually managed to push off all these guys from the center. Very well done to be actually managed to do that. And now what we see is a reversal of the field. You can see that the Wehrmacht have pretty much changed the tide, and now they are capturing the majority of the stuff. So let's take a quick look at build orders in the base. You can see just the Wehrmacht quarters for both gentlemen over here, and nothing in terms of teching up except for Guderian, who's just gotten his T2. So that is unlocked for him if he wants to go for Krieg Barracks or work his way on up into something more if he wants to go for T3 or anything else. Double snipers out for Guderian. Gonna be too much for these riflemen. And let's take a look at what the Americans are up to. Chains, not much. Just that rifle barracks and Sandland with that weapon support center. So that's why we don't see any sort of riflemen out by him. And oh my god, denied! Denied! I can imagine all of the Americans, if this was, I don't know, somehow possible, the Americans would be like, oh, in your face, or touchdown, or something like that, you know? Oh, jumpy whenever something like that happens. But absolute denial. Absolute denial, and now he's just on the ground there. Alright, so WmDchains taking some positioning up in this building here. I don't know the exact purpose behind it. Maybe he's trying to just set himself up for some sort of flank, I don't know. But not gonna happen when you got all these snipers and also the MG. Okay, we got a full retreat going on here. One man going down, another one going down, double snipers. Can they finish it off? No, they can't, but the MG just does all the work. How the hell? How the hell? It's not even Veterancy 1. It doesn't even have, like, you know, like some sort of accuracy increase or something like that. You know, it's... Wow. They were on retreat, so well done for that MG to actually kill 3 guys so easily like that. Maybe it was even 4, I don't know. Wasn't paying complete attention to who was killing who, but at least 3 guys. Barbed wire going down the center, preventing any sort of maneuvers, pesky maneuvers, just trying to deny your opponent as much as possible from actually, you know, coming in from any directions. You're limiting their movements, and that's a perfect thing to do. Double snipers out for Sandland as well, so what we got is just some sniper battles down here, and now we've got the enemy snipers over here. Notice how there's another stray one just by Akaz over there, just in the center. So it's really 3 snipers versus 2. Some mines going down, also their own minesweepers. So just acknowledging that mines have been put down by the Wehrmacht. There is some sort of mine presence in this game. So just having that minesweeper is going to be beneficial. And the thing is, you always got to keep that minesweeper with your guys as well, because that is the whole point, just denying your men actually falling on top of mines, right? Okay, gun battles going on in the center. We've got some long range distance with the Volksgrenadiers over here, easily going to win that engagement from long distance, especially behind green cover. And now they are charging for reasons unknown. I cannot really say why they're doing that. I mean, you know, there's all these guys here in a bar squad right there, and there's no point in running into the open, especially when you don't have any veterancy out on you. But what we have is actually that, remember that T2 Krieg barracks coming out from T2? Anyway, Akaz coming out with the Krieg barracks, yeah. And he's gotten that pack out, just a bit wary about any sort of vehicles that might be coming out by the Americans, any sort of early Greyhound or T-17, you know, always got to be a little bit cautious, especially with Sandland over here, because he's got weapons support center. He doesn't have to spend any fuel on bars or grenades or sticky bombs, nothing like that. But anyway, we've got the Sturm Army being upgraded by Guderian, and he's got his first Nebelwerfer out. What could this mean? Well, I don't really know, to be honest. It seems like a lot of the majority of the force of the Americans at the moment is just mobile infantry. Maybe if he can get some lucky predictions of where the infantry are going to go to, then he can throw down his Nebelwerfer on top of them. But anyway, what we've got is... oh god, I always get these confused. I think it might be Inspired Assault. Let's take a quick look here. And go on over to Akaz. No, it's not Inspired Assault, it's For the Fatherland. Whoops. It's For the Fatherland. They're in their own territory. Okay, as you can see by that symbol, that is the defensive doctrine out by Akaz, and supporting his infantry quite nicely. Just allowing them to survive a lot better. Received accuracy is reduced, and just, you know, all this great stuff, right? Okay. But Americans in retreat yet again. The Wehrmacht successful in defending their the fatherland, their territory. And if I was them, I would probably try to solidify the positionings even more. You know, putting down more barbed wire, making a maze even. A maze would be nice. Just have like you know, they would have to go around and over and up and down and up and down. That's always a great idea. It's so annoying, but it's great. And sometimes what you can do, even to because obviously you can build a maze, but engineers are always the the absolute haters of mazes. They'll just cut through barbed wire with ease. So what you can do is actually build multiple layers. So it's really, really annoying. You could put like 3 layers of barbed wire in one spot, and it's just such a hassle for the engineers because they have a cooldown before they can use barbed wire again. I don't know why. I guess they get too tired from cutting wire. You know, not that it's a really, really hard job, especially if they have pliers or anything. And God, I hope you can't hear that garbage truck outside. But I have a feeling you might be able to. So loud! Especially the guys when they come out, they're like, oh, la, 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 la. There's a bin over here. They're so loud when they're doing it. But anyway, so that's the garbage man outside. Sorry if it's a bit loud. Sorry if you can hear it. But anyway, mortar going down. Flamers being so pesky here. What was that? It looked like a recon run coming down from some Americans. Could something else come down? I don't know. I don't know. I imagine the only reason that they would call down a recon run was either to reveal units. I think that's the only thing that they would do it for. Maybe to reveal snipers or packs or anything like that. And uh-oh. What is this? We've got some sort of howitzer shoot. Yeah, howitzer shoot right on top of the Nebelwerfer. But look at that. The amount of inaccuracy. The unluckiness. Not even destroying that Nebelwerfer or even touching it. Not even touching it. The men are in perfect condition here. And the AT gun still staying up in this hole with the MG42 just about to die here. Oh god! I can't believe he was going to try to retreat that. I mean, that was so close to dying. Imagine if he'd actually picked it up. He would have lost that whole entire MG. Not worth it in my opinion. But oh my god, what the heck is this? We've got an M4 Sherman coming out for WmDSandland. He skipped the motor pool entirely. He went straight for that tank depot. He's also producing something else from there. Let's actually head on over to Sandland and see what he's getting. He's getting another Sherman out. Talk about fuel, fuel, fuel. The Americans have had plenty of fuel in this match. From where, I'm not exactly sure. I suppose it's 13 minutes into the game, but, you know, Lorraine isn't, you know, the most known of maps for fuel rates. I mean, look at this. You just got low fuel points everywhere. And plus, the Wehr have done a decent job throughout the match of just, you know, holding territory. I suppose it's been about 50-50. MG42 is ripping apart these guys like nothing, like butter. Like a knife through butter, and there you go. One is Sherman just up here. These Wehrmacht need to be a bit cautious, if anything. They have one pack camouflage, so get that penetration bonus if it needs be. But you know, they need that anti-tank, especially when you got these Shermans being lined up. Where's that other one just about to be finished here? And yep, there you go. A second Sherman out. Oh, geez, how are the Wehrmacht going to respond to this? Well, they've got their own Stug. They've got a Stug out on the field. At least, you know, Stug can take this stuff on. Notice how the M4 Shermans aren't even upgraded. They're not upgunned, so they don't have the best of you know, penetration capabilities in that on vehicles. But okay, landing on the mine, damaging the engine. This Sherman taking a hot shot by the pack over here, and now everything is in pursuit.
Ready for attack vector.
They're just pursuing the Sherman, just trying to see where it went. Where did you go, you pesky thing? Now we need some sort of repairs on this Stug. Sniper's in such a great vantage point on top of the hill. Look at that. Sniping these guys from a distance. How the hell are these riflemen going to have any success against all of this men, plus snipers as well? Oh, well, maybe if they do a bit of stuff like that. Strafing run coming down on top of all the units here. Look at that. You know, big casualties for the riflemen. Probably not worth it in my opinion, but some casualties out on the Wehrmacht, but then again, Wehrmacht winning that engagement clearly there because they still got men on the field and they're still moving on around here. Okay, Flamers killing off that MG42. We've also got that other Sherman here, and this looks quite desperate, don't you think? Think to yourself right now, desperate situation much? Yeah, I would say so. Grenadiers blobbed up all together. Just such an unfortunate thing to do. Sometimes the pathing makes them close together, and there you go. Sherman just killing 3 of them, and that's the entire squad gone just like that. And the Wehrmacht are losing so many units here. Look at that. You've got the Flamers just coming in here for an easy kill. They're just like, ah, easy stuff. Snipers, though, being like, oh no, we're not going to let you off that easy. One squad going down, and the other one got away. And again, denied. What the heck is going on? Oh my god! Both Wehrmacht snipers down like that. One being killed by a Sherman shell. The other one being crushed between the treads. Wow, never seen a Sherman actually. Well, I probably have, but it's not very common for a Sherman to actually crush anything. But there you go. Killing off both snipers. Big losses for the Wehrmacht here. Too heavy to take. I mean, if they're going to keep on losing stuff like that, it's not going to look too good for them. Grenade just going off, damaging some stuff. And a Goliath coming in for some kills. What the hell was that? I don't even know. He destroyed his own pack. Not worth it. I think if anything, he should have moved it up a little bit more in between both Shermans and then blowing it up. I think he was trying to kill the paratroopers, but at least he managed to damage the Sherman severely, enough for the pack to actually just finish it off, and there you go, it's gone. But still, I think that Goliath could have been a little bit better. I think that pack that he destroyed would have gone destroyed anyway, just looking at how things were going. But hey ho, maybe could have done a little bit better with the damage capabilities. I mean, it is a lot of munitions, 125, so you know, let's try to spend it as best as you can. It is a lot to work with there. It's a big explosion, so try to maximize it, right? But lucky for these airborne, they don't have to worry about any sort of snipers now because both of them are dead. But we've got a howitzer shoot just coming down from the Americans over here. WmDchains providing that artillery support, so let's head on over to Chains. Obviously, clearly going for the infantry company doctrine. and heading down along the right-hand side. That's why we saw that howitzer shoot a little bit earlier on top of the Nebelwerfer, and that's why we have this howitzer. Wow, direct shot right on top of the gentleman over here. Look at that, still being tossed around. It's not enough to die. You still have to be tossed around like a pancake on a frying pan. Easy, easy, easy stuff. And you just got these men, collateral damage everywhere. Big spread of all that stuff, and the airborne retreating. Another sniper coming out for Guderian. Lost both those important ones that he had before, and now he's just replacing them. I like how you can just replace units in this game. It's just like, you know, there's no sentimental value behind them. It's just, oh yeah, you're a man, you have to die for sacrifice yourself. I know there will be casualties, but as long as we manage to push on the enemy, there's no actual like real value behind them, no moralistic sort of stuff. Grenade heading inside the building and doing a lot of damage, surprisingly. Very good stuff. Not actually killing a whole lot, but actually, you know, damaging them severely. And look at these medics at work. Put down in the perfect area right there, in that wee bunker, and now just this one final man will be able to get a free grenadier squad out for all these guys. And let's maybe take a panoramic view around here so we can see what's going on. I want to see this grenadier squad be made, this zombie squad. And there we go. Frankensteins are born again. Lightning, we need power, more. Okay. Man, look at all this carnage across the battlefield. You got flames being spewed out from the house. It's like coming out of the house. Oh, crisp bodies everywhere. Artillery coming down yet again. Right on top of this Nebelwerfer, I'm guessing they're trying to do. But still, Nebelwerfer is just staying there. You can even see men falling down across the battlefield. And what the heck was that? A strafing run. Strafing run right on top of these guys here. And they're instantly back up. Nice thing about For the Fatherland, allowing received suppression to be decreased quite heavily. And so there you go, pretty much back up instantly. I think it takes it down to something like, it's like 75% decrease or something like that. And so their strafing run, you know, puts them down to the ground, but then they're like, oh, nothing much happened, I'll just get back on up. And I actually did this in a video quite a while ago. It was like For the Fatherland and hotkeys for a Company of Heroes. And I actually tested the usefulness of For the Fatherland versus Strafing Run. And basically For the Fatherland kept about twice as much of your guys alive, reducing the casualties by half when you had it called out when the Strafing Run came out. So very, very useful stuff, and maybe that's why the casualties were so little for the Wehrmacht right there. I just got a text that you have a massage. Oh, okay. Oh, thank you. Now I'm just going to be seeing the physiotherapist tomorrow, and I've already gone to the physio about 2 months ago. I've got a little bit of lower back problems, you know, quite sore from all this gym stuff that I do, you know, pulling and yanking on too many stuff in my body. Haha. I bet some people are going to be thinking to themselves, pulling and yanking, you dirty mind you. But no, but seriously. Yeah, so I'm going to be seeing the physio again tomorrow just for a wee massage. And it helps a lot, it really does, especially when you do a lot of this strenuous sort of muscular exercises, right? But what the heck is going on with all the men, the Axis, or sorry, not the Axis, the Wehrmacht. The Americans taking heavy casualties, losing so many riflemen, losing Sherman, almost losing another one. I'm surprised that the Wehrmacht don't go in for a chase here. I mean, actually maybe not. Maybe it's a good idea. They're very close to losing their guys here, and I suppose they're being quite precautious about, you know, any sort of defenses for this Sherman. But, you know, they could easily have taken it out. Maybe one more shot would have been it. But fair enough. I'm always cool with being conservative in that situation. That's alright. Oh, Nebelwerfer is gone. And look at the projectiles, including human bodies. Oh no, he doesn't want to stay. He's a bit camera shy. Doesn't want to stay for us to look at him, but okay. So now we've got an encompassing effect coming out by the Wehrmacht. You can see that they're surrounding the Americans pretty much at their base, coming in from all directions. The Sherman is just the only thing that's really defending this northern flank, whilst there's all of this stuff over here that needs to be repaired. So we need that repairs, guys. Get it up, get it going. But the Americans coming out with some more units. Have they much manpower? Yeah, they still have quite a bit. To reinforce their guys, and same with Sandland. Quite a lot of manpower here to be working with. I'm surprised that maybe they don't try to use a bit more. I'm surprised maybe Sandland doesn't go build another, I don't know, some sort of tanks from his tank depot.
Germans are seizing territory.
Could afford it if he wanted to. Or just maybe other stuff, paratroopers, you know. It's always good to have some more units out in the field if you can afford it. But there we go, that is the end of the encompassing effect over here, just being overrun by too many guys. And they're just moving on up. Whilst the Wehrmacht are just regrouping, bringing out more Stugs and just getting these ones repaired up. They're putting down another bunker. I'm guessing it's probably going to be a repair bunker, if anything. Because they've got so many vehicles out right now and they need that repair capability. So, yeah, I could imagine that would be a good thing to go for. Mind denying these guys, and in your face! That's what you get for doing that to the wee pioneer a little bit earlier there. Oh god, 2 casualties this time. And they are trying to just decap the VPs because it's 123 left for the Americans and 468 for the Wehrmacht over here. So it's really coming down to a VP win at the moment. 116 and counting down and counting down. Mine's placed just over here, preventing anyone from coming that way if they were going to come in for a base attack. But let's see what else is out in the field. Sherman just out there, another Sherman over here, just some sort of AT gun. And it looks like the Americans are focusing all their forces down south, aren't they? Look at that. Also got a mortar barrage coming down. Look at that defensive artillery, just saturating this area with mortars. Not really killing him much, to be honest. AT gun's still alive. And it's a paratrooper AT gun, so it can repair, it can reinforce anywhere on the field. Look at that. Damn! Imagine that is quality customer service, isn't it? You know? It's like, I need somebody down here right now. Okay, we're coming in. Just dropping right in. Alright, fair enough. Anywhere in the field, anywhere, anytime in the world. That is the best sort of customer service you can get. But I guess the Wehrmacht obviously realizing that there's a massive force of tanks coming, and now they're moving on forward. Unfortunately, one Sherman crashing into the mine. That's not damage that he needs right now, and unfortunately taking quite a bit of damage there, and in fact losing his engine, damaging it. And this Sherman being focus fired by 3 Stugs. Very good idea to do that rather than separating the fire on between 2. Just focusing on 1 at a time, so you can just destroy them as quickly as possible. Unfortunately, this AT gun is in a bad location. If it was maybe a bit more forward, if it used armor-piercing shells, that'd be great. We've got howitzer barrage coming down, but I can hear a V1 coming down right here, right now, right there, and bye-bye! Right here, right now, right here, right now. And that is all of the riflemen gone. GG coming down from the WmDSandland and all the other players in this game, and you can see that they're already just dropping out because that was huge casualties. Nothing left on the field. You got some stray HMGs, some other riflemen and howitzer. That's it. But the main force was destroyed in that final encounter there. In my opinion, not the best of encounters. What they should have done was actually lay loose everything all at the same time. Two Shermans, AT gun, and a howitzer would perfectly have been enough to take on 3 Stugs, no problem. What they should have done was had that AT gun a little bit more further forward. Maybe they should have some riflemen in here to throw in some sticky bombs. Get that armor-piercing rounds on the AT gun, so you get instant penetration every time, does massive damage. Also, having that howitzer at the back, explosive area of effect damage, would have nailed all these tanks down, especially since they're close together. And just those Shermans would have done a decent job, and it would turn a lot differently than it did right there. But unfortunately, that was the outcome. Having your units separated like that, such a small margin of difference of what could have happened, and that is the big difference of how the game ends. Okay, so anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Now if you want to leave a comment in the comment box below about what do you want to see next. You want to see a live cast about me you know, doing a game, me playing the game, and you know, just so you get to see what goes through my head. I'll be speaking in it, and you know, I've done stuff like that before. Or do you want me to do another replay like this? So leave a comment in the comment box below, and of course I hope you have a very, very nice day, crew members. Now I will catch you all later. Bye bye.